Can you guys hear me? Because I'm looking on YouTube right now and it's buffering for me. Good morning, Kathy. I don't know if this is working. Can you hear me? Jojo, can you hear me? Yes, rest in peace, Kit Kat. You can hear me? I am so happy, Jojo, that the last stream that I had, she came in and I actually told her how much of a pleasure it was getting to know her. So yeah, it was really nice of her to come in here. Can you guys hear me? Seriously. I am so buffering on here. Let me see if I can change this. Ugh. It says upcoming on my thing. It's so weird. Hey, Life Rewinded, how are you? Okay, it must be working. It kept buffering for me. And then when I went to look on YouTube, it said upcoming. And usually it says, can you guys, I don't know if any of you have gone over to Simon's community post. If you haven't, go over and check. I'm not saying this out of turn because it's out there, but he tested positive for the virus, and he hasn't been talking in chats because he hasn't been feeling well. So if you can, send up prayers for him, because he really means a lot to me, and I think, to a lot of people too. So hopefully, I'm hoping that he gets better. But he wasn't, as of the other day, was not feeling too well. So Simon, Simon, Jojo, Simon. Everybody knows Simon. Yeah, he's got a picture of his test actually on there. So if you go over there and see it, he explains why he hasn't been in chats. He has not been feeling well at all. Plus, he can't be around his wife, because he doesn't want to infect her. So, yeah. So hopefully, if you guys have, yeah, if you can just send out good thoughts or prayers to him that he gets well soon. So you just never know. And I asked him how he thinks he got it. What did he say? I can't remember what he said now. I have a memory like a sieve. Actually, if you I don't remember anything that he told me, but I remember he did tell me how he thinks he got it, because they've been really, him and his wife have been really careful about that. Okay. It is on his community post. I just wanted to, if you guys, and a lot of people know Simon, and if you guys can just, give him some good thoughts, or, prayers. It doesn't hurt. Oh no, he's going to be okay. He just did not feel well. No, Kit Kat. And that's another thing is she came in my last live stream and I told her it was such a pleasure getting to know her. Like, and at least I have that because I didn't know her well. I don't think it's my place to say anything, but just having her come into my live stream last, you know, yeah, Simon, how can I explain it? Simon, I've been friends with Simon since since before I did live streams. Hi, old Clancy. When I did little vlogs, like 10-minute, 5-minute, 10-minute vlogs, Simon used to comment. He didn't, it wasn't live, so he couldn't like come in, but he used to comment. Hi, Kathy. Did I say hello to you? If I didn't, I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah. Simon's a good guy. I just, I just, I hope he's listening to this, Simon. My prayers, you are in my prayers for sure. For sure, for sure. God, my voice sounds horrible in the morning. I've been watching animal videos, guys. Hi, Bailey. Yeah, I go see my doctor tomorrow. See what he's going to say. I'm hoping. Fingers crossed, knock on wood. Do you know what time my appointment is tomorrow? This is so weird. My appointment is at 7:30 in the morning. I don't know any Hi, Jamie. I don't know any doctors that have appointments at 7:30 in the morning. That means I have to get up at like 6 o'clock. So, good Lord. Hi, Caitlin. Nice to see you. Yeah, so my appointment's at 7:30 in the morning. So I'm gonna have my horsey voice for him in the morning. Thank God it's like just down the road from us. So we don't have to go too far. Yes, at his office. 7:30 in the morning. Yeah, exactly. I've never had a doctor's appointment that early in the morning. Never. Chain link. Yeah, I know. It's goofy. So yeah, mine was 7 a.m., but I had tonsillitis. The only time I've gone really early into the doctors is when I've gone into emergency or whatever, and you've had an emergency. But other than that, for a regular doctor's appointment, I've never, ever, ever had one that early. But the last doctor's appointment that I went to, I can't say the word of what he is because I can't remember how to say it. Ginger probably knows how to say what kind of doctor he is, but I can't remember what I was going to say now. It is 7:30 in the morning. That means I'm going to have to get up at like 6. And I'm not looking forward to that. Although I'm going to be up anyways. It's just like rushing around and, my husband thought I was going to be getting something done. When I go, and I said, no, it's just an appointment. I'm not getting anything done. Yeah, Kathy. Can imagine having to go to a doctor's appointment though at 7:30. I never heard of such a thing. Oh yeah, I'll make it. I had to find out where it was. Do you know that my doctor, his brother, and his sister they're all doctors. They're all doctors. I don't know if that's what family business or what. And him and his brother are like twins. They look exactly the same, except one wears like really thick glasses. I got good doctors, so you're here, but you got to run the kids to school. I don't know. And so, and talk about my grandchildren are in Disney World right now. So I got a bunch of pictures from them. And the little one, I guess she looked up at her mom and she goes, she's 6 years old. She goes, "This is the best day of my life." I thought that was so cute. She was just so happy to be there. I'm so happy for them. They're so excited about being there and seeing the parade and seeing all the Disney characters, especially the little one. And then I guess they saw an alligator yesterday. So, like, don't you go swimming there. Was it there that little boy got pulled into the water? I don't know. If you guys heard a couple years ago or something, they were having a picnic near the water and a kid got pulled into the water from an alligator. Hey, Mr. J, how are ya? They are, Jojo. They really are. When she looked at her mom and said, "This is the best day of my life," you know, I'm so happy that they're having a good time. They drove down there from here. I know. I I have 11 of them, so yeah. Well, between me and my husband, if it was just me, I would only have how many? Four. But with two of us, I add on seven with my husband's kids. That's good, Mr. J. Glad to hear that. So, yeah. So, tomorrow I won't be live because I'll be in the doctor's office. And definitely rest in peace, Kit Kat. I was very, very upset to hear that. I was just getting to know her, but I'm so glad that she came in my last live stream and I got to tell her what a privilege of how happy I was to get to know her. I have no grandchildren. Only upside is more disposable cash. I'm telling you, oh Clancy, those kids, like we have birthdays almost every month of the year. And if we don't have birthdays, we have Easter. And if we don't have Easter, we have Christmas. So I told my kids, I said, stop having babies. It's costing us too much money. But I think they're done. I don't think any of them want to have any more babies. And I'm really getting excited because my daughter's coming with their boys. So should be fun. Should be a good summer. I've made I've made blankets for every single one of my grandchildren. I even made, you know how they had the uh like mermaid ones? I made that and the damn dogs hate them. Oh, but yeah, I I made yeah, I made so much stuff. Honestly. I don't knit though. I crochet. I don't knit. I actually made, speaking of Simon, I made him and his family some gifts that I sent to him. I haven't done it. I mean, I've been getting I've been slacking off. I haven't I haven't been crocheting for a while. And I see that Vinny's doing really well with his knitting. I don't know if he's knitting or if he's crocheting, but oh, thank you, Jojo. So, anyways, I don't know. Does anybody have plans for the weekend? I don't even know what to talk about. I'm like getting out of I I'm like not used to going live anymore. I'm used to sleeping in. I'm lazy. Hi, Anita. I'm so glad to see you. Are you here? Wait, it's always behind in there. How you doing, babe? Um, ask me tomorrow. Ask me the next time I come on because I have a doctor's appointment at 7:30 in the morning tomorrow. I have never heard of a doctor's appointment at 7:30 in the morning. So I guess he's going to tell me tomorrow. I know I have to get a surgery for sure. Um, oh God, I should do mine. Uh, I have to throw out a bunch of stuff. I really do. Is anybody else buffering? My YouTube is buffering like crazy. Crazy. Yeah, he is a specialist. Both of my doctors I had to go to were specialists. The other doctors I go to, like my regular family doctors, it's like in the afternoon when I can actually pick the time for them. But they pick like 7:30 in the morning. My God. It's like I never heard of appointments that early. Okay, Kate, Kathy, no worries. I've never got a good overview of what your health crisis was. I was in Italy for 3 weeks, Carla. Well, you really want to hear? I don't know. I started bleeding, you know, like when you have your period. I hope there's no men in here. And I don't know what it, well, I didn't know. I mean, I haven't had my period in years. And all of a sudden, I started hemorrhaging. And I did not want to go to the doctor. Seriously, I was trying to make my bed because some of it had leaked onto my bed. The blood was had leaked onto my bed. And so I was trying to, I was trying to like wash my sheets and stuff. And every time I would stand up, I would feel this gush of, blood, to put it, delicately. And so I had to call my husband. I said, I can't make this bed. There's no way. And I don't want to wait, until you get off work to do it. So then he came home and he was helping me do my bed. And then I had to go to the bathroom again. I went to the bathroom and it just came out it, like, I don't know, it was like a crime scene in my bathroom. It was so much. I mean, it was on the walls. And I still didn't want to go to the hospital because I didn't want, it was embarrassed. I thought I'm going to go in there and I'm going to end up bleeding everywhere. So anyways, we went there and it's got something to do with my intestines. There was a blockage and they had to put stents in. They put one stent in. They got to put another one in. And then that's what the next surgery is going to be. I don't know he's going to go in from my arm. Maybe, or maybe they do, because I saw him a lot. This doctor I'm going to see tomorrow, I saw him a lot when I was in the hospital. So maybe after, after he does his appointments, he goes to hey, Gemma, how are you doing, babe? He goes to, so anyways, it had something to do with my intestines, and they're still not 100% sure. I was just glad to get out of there. That was horrible. Yeah, they're going to go through my arm to get to the large intestine and put another stent in. And he said it's possible that when he does that, I'm going to have problems. Like it's going to be like, I don't know. If he hits nerves and stuff, that's going to, yeah, my arm. That's so weird to me. Oh, you're going camping. That's cool. Yeah, I did not want to go. My husband actually had to drag me kicking and screaming to the hospital. I did not want to go. And actually, when I got there, we were right up to the thing, and I said, if you don't get me into into the bathroom right now, I'm going to be bleeding all over your waiting room. So they took me right back, and my husband gave them all the information. It was ugh, that whole day. That was a nightmare day. It was such a nightmare. The whole thing. And then they had to put me in like a room, like a hazmat room, um with like a window because of the blood. I guess they didn't want anybody getting whatever it was that I had. They didn't know what it was. I swear to God, when you're in the hospital, everybody. So what are you in here for? Like it seems like they don't talk to each other. They just don't talk to each other. It's like, so what are you in for? Well, I'm only bleeding to death. So I can't even tell you how many people I had to tell that too. It was, ugh. And then being hooked up. I was so bruised up when I was in there because they couldn't find a vein. And I was on antibiotics for a week or forever. I think I was in there for 6 days. So it was crazy. It was a crazy week. But and I asked him, I said, why did it happen? Like, he said, I don't know. couldn't tell me like why it happened, if it was my diet or what it was. But I have to go to I can't even say the word gastro and the college. I don't know how to say it. Anyways, I have to tell him that I've been getting such bad heartburn lately. It's so bad. But then it was bad before. So hopefully he told me I was going to feel a lot better, and I really have not felt that great since I got out of the hospital. So hopefully, hopefully I will feel better. What time is it? And listen to me complaining. No, I'm not complaining. Actually, I'm more worried about Simon than I am myself. And I know he's missing his wife. Simon, you are in my prayers for sure. That's like me, though. I don't know who said it. I think Jojo said it. But I don't get notifications for community posts unless someone says go look at this community post or go look at that community post. I don't get any notification. Gastrointestinal doctor. That's it, Kathy. I cannot say that. And the other one, I'll tell you what the other one was called. If I can see. Doctor. Um, the other one that's going to do the operation is let's see. Oops. No. Georgia Edge. He's just a surgeon. He's just a surgeon. Doesn't say what he is. I know he's got a specialty, but I'm not sure what it is. I think he's got all kinds of specialties. He's got a few specialties. I'm Well, I need to find out exactly what's going on, you know. And I'm not looking forward to that next surgery, I'm telling you. And they haven't scheduled it yet. And I don't want them to ruin my summer with my daughter coming. I don't want them to, and that's what I'm worried about, is them ruining my summer. I want to have a good summer, you know. Because look, I haven't seen my daughter in 2 years. There's no way I want health problems to get in the way of enjoying my summer. I'm thinking, I'm hoping I can. I don't think it's an emergency. So, and she's only going to be here for 10 days. So, I think I can even, I can probably put it off for 10 days. But I don't, I sure as heck don't want to end up in the hospital when they're here. can't even say that. Esophagogastroscopy. Oh God, that's a long word. It could be. Does it have something to do with the intestines? I don't know. You know, I did not take one painkiller when I was in the hospital, not one. They asked me if I wanted painkillers. I didn't take one painkiller, not even an aspirin, nothing. The only thing that hurt me really was when they tried to get blood from me because they couldn't find veins, and um, and when they tried to hook me up to the IV. That's what hurt. But I didn't take anything for it. So I'm pretty proud of myself. They kept asking me, "Do you want pain pills? Do you want pain pills?" I said, "No, I don't need them." I know when I had my staph infection, I took the pain pills. Seriously. I was in a lot of pain then. There's a village in Wales, UK with the longest word ever. I think that beats it. Really? It's the name of the village? So I went into a Hangouts last night, and I left the Hangouts and I was going to go into another Hangout. I couldn't figure out how to get back. I couldn't figure out how to go over there. So I was kind of bummed out about that. If you guys ever want to watch a funny movie, I don't know if you guys have ever seen this movie. I was laughing. Because I got up real early this morning, like seriously early. It's ridiculously long. See, I can't pronounce words that are that long. I couldn't pronounce whatever word that was um that O'Clancy put up. Um it sounds just like it's spelled. Yeah, well, I couldn't say it if I wanted to. Esophageal gastroduodenoscopy. Has that got anything to do with a colonoscopy? Because I know what that is. That's stuff they give you to drink when you have one of those things. That is the worst tasting stuff. And I've never seen such a thing. I will. I definitely will, Jojo. It's actually nice today. Sunny out. Esophagus. Oh, down the throat. Well, I don't want anything going down my. I had that one time. I had a surgery on my shoulder when I dislocated my shoulder, and they had to put it, and that was the worst feeling. I felt like someone took a cheese grater and grated the inside of my throat. That was horrible. I've had a few surgeries. On on the whole, I'm pretty healthy. I'm not, I'm not a sickly person. Yeah, that was horrible. I don't know what they did when they put that thing down my throat, but it was pretty uncomfortable. When it came out, it was just, it was so horrible. I felt so bad. It's a town, you said, Jojo? It's a town that's got a really long letters, or a lot of letters. I was sedated. It was after I woke up. It was after I woke up. It felt like as if some, it was so, I don't know if they put it in wrong or what, but it was like, it was after they had already taken it out, and it was just so sore. My throat was so sore. I love the British accents and Australian accents, and Southern accents. I think they all sound pretty cool. So yeah, I've been watching a lot of animal videos. That's what I was gonna say. If you ever want a funny movie, watch We're the Millers. That is hilarious. I watched that. I was up at like 4 o'clock in the morning or something. That is so funny. I really enjoyed that. It was about time I watched a funny movie. Does anybody want to come up? I don't really have anything to talk about. It's so boring. Just like last night, not being able to go into the other hangout kind of bummed me out because it was getting interesting. Oh well, maybe next time I'll figure it out. I haven't gone into any hangouts. None of them work for me. I'm boring today. I just figured I'll go, I should go live once in a while. Maybe at least once a week. I mean, think about it. I used to go live every day. I love that British flag. Or is that the UK? Do you say British flag or UK? Yeah, UK. So has anything been happening that I've been missing? Probably. I'm like missing out on everything that's happening. The United Kingdom. Um, yeah, I don't know a lot of the people that a lot of the people are talking about, like this Adonis Paul. I don't know him. Um, Cam, I don't know him. I know a lot of things that have been going on, and I think I'm best not knowing what's going on. I think just staying in my own little, you know, where I know the people. I don't know everybody. One day I may ask for a link, Carla. Maybe in August. I need to get some cosmetic work done. Oh, please. You don't have to go on camera. You could just come up and just use your avatar. A lot of people don't. They don't, and I never used to understand that. Oh, well, who cares what, now I do. I understand it. I'm not going to go turn my camera on because, first of all, it just leaves me open to getting ridiculed and made fun of and whatever. Not that I care, because look, I'm a grandmother. I don't care. But it gets, you know, it gets boring. Yeah, the link is at the top. It's pinned, Jojo. Just grab the link. Take a link. Take a link. Take a link. Grab a link. Doody-doo. I'm trying to lose some more weight. I lost 16 pounds, but nothing else is coming off. There you are. Hello.
Hello, my dear. How are you doing?
How are you doing?
I'm okay. We're having a little bit of a mini heat wave here, but we're all going to moan when it gets cold. So, yeah,
It's a heat wave, did you say?
yeah, we got a little jet stream coming along the south coast of England. So, how are you? You still sound a bit croaky, but not
Yeah,
so much Rod Stewart, like,
I'll
but
I'll find out tomorrow because I'm going to see my doctor tomorrow. So he's going to tell me what's going on with me. So,
Oh, good, good, good. That's good. You got an appointment
well,
in,
I'm
like I
still
said in the
worried
chat.
about Ben. I'm worried about Ben.
Well, he has
Have you
been
talked to
going.
him?
Yeah, I'll see him in chats, and he did go on Sam. Do you know Sam Hill?
Who?
Sam Hill. Like he went on his panel the other day. He is doing okay, but
Is he?
yeah, I just keep telling him to, just get rest, basically.
Yeah.
Because he's getting a lot of crap off a certain person who I won't name. It's another male. And they're like, yeah, just messing with him. But Ben's an adult, but, he needs to take a break for a bit. I know what it's
Well,
like, because, yeah.
he quit drinking too, didn't he?
Yeah, he's been sober for about 10 months now, I think.
I wonder if that contributed to the stroke, him having a stroke,
Yeah,
the
you know
years of
what,
drinking.
Carla, I thought of that as well. It's quite possible it's relatable. Because obviously, when you give up a drink, you can have seizures, but he didn't have the seizures like I did. So it might have contributed, like, along the line, you know?
And
I
then
don't know.
he was talking about that his dad might sue the hospital because they sent him back home.
What? Oh, I didn't hear about that.
When he first went there, yeah, that so they're looking into a lawsuit now because he could have
Oh,
died.
God.
It's a stroke is not, it's pretty serious.
Yeah. Well, I heard,
But,
yeah, because he was, like, in there for a while. But, yeah.
yeah, he was in there
I,
for a
I,
month.
I don't go, I haven't got Discord or Twitter or anything like that, so I can only do emails and Duo, things like that. So. So how are you though? How are you?
Email me because I want to ask you something anyways.
Of course.
But I don't want
Yeah,
to.
have you got my email? I'll put it in the private chat.
I used to have it, but I don't know what it is
Right,
now.
well just let me put it in. So you got it.
Put it in the
It's got
private
my
chat.
surname, so that's why I don't put it out
Put it
publicly.
in the private chat. I used to have your
There
email.
you go. There you
Is it
go.
in the private chat? Oh,
It
okay.
is. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I have it. I
Yeah.
just looked
You got
for
it.
it. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, if you email me, then I'll get back to you.
Oh, I'm so bad for that too. I have to check my mail when I go to check my mail. It's like I usually have like over 100 emails. I'm like, oh no.
Oh God, yeah, it's a nightmare, isn't it? Yeah, I know.
Well, I
I've
don't get
been lazy with
notifications.
emails.
I don't get
Really?
notifications for my
Oh,
email or my
yeah.
phone.
I'll get them in my. When you have to scroll down on your phone, I'll get them in there, but not all of them, and some of them come in really late. You know?
Or I'll have people in a chat, in a chat and saying, I've been trying to call you. And I'll check my messages and I'll say, oh God, Laura,
Yeah,
thinking
technology,
I'm
innit?
rude because I'm not answering them, and that's not it. It's just that I don't see it and
Yeah.
I don't check my phone.
No, yeah, I'm like you. I wouldn't stress about it. Just don't worry about it. It's fine. Um, so have you been okay though? Everything's all right.
Yeah, I'm home and I'm even when I have that surgery that I'm gonna be getting, I won't be even staying overnight. According to my doctor, I'll
Yeah.
go in the morning, they'll monitor me all day, they'll do the surgery, and they'll send me home at, dinner time, whatever. So,
Well, that's good then. So yeah, I mean, you're not worried about it, are you? I mean, my mum had that on her knee, when she was about 60, and she was out in a couple of hours. But yeah, I mean, it went well, so you'll be fine. You'll be all right.
yeah, they're giving me that. The what they do is they put you in like a twilight. They call it twilight. So you're
Right.
not awake, but you're not asleep. How my doctor
Ah,
explained it to me is you can have a conversation with them, but you're not
yeah.
aware of anything that's going on. You're asleep.
I know
You're
that.
awake
Yeah,
asleep.
I had that in the dentist once. They had to sedate me because I had a cap put on my back tooth, and it felt like 1 minute, but it was like 2 hours. But I was still chatting away. But it's like a dream state, isn't it?
That's why they call it twilight. Um,
Mm,
and that's like my doctor too. The one when I had the surgery, when I was in the hospital, he thought I was
yeah.
going to be the easiest one out of all. So he booked me for the last patient of the day, and he said you ended up being the hardest one of the day. I took the longest. I said, well, that's women for you. Hey, Ginger.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
That's funny. He says you ended up being the hardest one. And then they make you lay on your back. You can't even get up. No, it's like, no, you have to lay flat on your
Oh
back.
God,
Oh, it's
yeah,
so good.
yeah.
That,
Well, the dentist chair. They put you right back. You think you're in a hospital. It's like,
no. Yeah, being in the hospital in a bed, that was not for me. It really wasn't. And I can't even, how some you see in the movies where you can walk around with that thing that you're hooked up to. I
yeah.
couldn't even do that.
Oh, no, I was lucky. I mean, I've been in 5 times in the last 2 years. Like Ginger would understand. Oh, she's back, Ginger. But I had to go like take the stand. It's like a coat stand, isn't it? And like when you got the
Yeah,
intravenous
exactly.
thing in you. I had to wheel it all the way to the hospital, to the toilet, and have a shower. I had to keep it outside, and oh, bloody nightmare. Anyway, we're strong. You can
Oh,
handle it.
yeah. I'm not worried about it.
Mm,
I
good.
know I'm not going to be, I don't think I'm going to be, I don't believe I'm going to be hooked up to IV when I'm in there. I think it's just they're going to put me out and then they might hook me up
Yeah,
just for the surgery, but afterwards I don't think I'm going to be like
yeah. I
that.
mean, like hubby will pick you up one day, and then you can just go home. Then, can't you? You don't have to stay
Yeah,
overnight, do you?
I
Do
think
you?
he will probably, when I go, he will probably take the afternoon off or whatever. And
Yeah.
then, yeah, and then come
No,
and get
good.
me.
How long is that till? I mean, Carla, how long? I mean, when is it? I meant to say.
Well, they haven't, they had to get in touch with my insurance company and then they have to, let me know when it is. They haven't even let me know
Right,
when it is. So,
right, okay, okay. Well, I'm sure you'll
but
be
I'll let
fine.
everybody know when it happens.
Exactly, yeah.
But I don't
Wasn't that
know.
good?
It's nothing. It's like it's a day surgery, so it's nothing like,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
But
thinking,
it's still, yeah. Like to the outsider, it sounds all easy, but you still worry, don't you? But you'll be all right. You'll be.
well, yeah, they have to take your blood pressure and make sure your everything is working right, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, so
Yeah, you'll be fine. Hey, Ginger, you gonna come up?
you want to come up, Ginger? Hey, Kathy. Oh Lord, that was annoying. I need to do freezer next, but not today. I know there are hamburgers in there.
Oh God,
I hate
Kathy,
cleaning
yeah,
my
I feel
fridge.
you. I feel
I
you, Kathy.
hate cleaning my fridge. I do. I hate it because there's stuff
It's
that I've
bloody
pushed.
annoying, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right,
Hey,
hi.
you look healthy.
No,
Hello,
not really.
gorgeous. You look well.
Not really. I just got up, I took the kids to school, and now I'm back to lay down.
Oh, really? You
Oh,
look good.
Really?
you do.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, no, I wouldn't say good, but
I would.
Well, I think you do. So,
oh, thanks.
and Carla does. So
And
you look
mind you,
bloody good. You look bloody good.
I'm in a dark room too. So
Yeah, I was going to say your hair
What?
looks really dark.
yeah, I'm in a dark room. My
Yeah.
room's got all the shades pulled down for the most part because I'm just laying
Where are
down.
you in your bedroom?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
yes, I'm laying down because I need to because the stomach gets to hurt. So when that
She's got a
happens.
feeding tube, Jojo. Did you know that?
Oh, is that from? Have you got a bag on your side, or you haven't got a stand?
It's not a colostomy bag. It's
Oh, I
a
know
feeding
that. I
tube.
know that. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so it's the reality of it is setting in, and it's not doing good things to me at the moment, but I'm sure I'll get past it. So
Yeah, well, good thoughts again coming to you both,
Is it
you know.
working though?
it's working.
Oh, that's good.
It's working, but like last night I was having a bad digestive night, and I'm like, there's no way I can run it because it won't digest. So I have
Oh,
to make those calls when I have to make those calls, because if I stick it in and I'm like I feel full, it's too much on my stomach.
oh
Right.
God, gosh. Can I make up like a different formula for you? Because it might be
No, I
a
mean
dodgy.
this is like the kind of formula that there's like three of the same kind. They don't really
It's like
get better.
generic, yeah. Oh,
It's not
blimey.
generic.
Oh,
No, it's called Jetty. I
no,
think it's called Jetty.
right.
is the name of
Okay.
the formula that they use.
But surely, if it doesn't work for you, can you kind of dispute it and say, look, I need something different?
Well, here's the thing, because I had the problem that I had with everything being twisted up in my muscles and my stomach.
Mm,
And that was a GJ tube. And they want the J tube to be in there for the mere fact that they know that my stomach doesn't work. So,
right.
you know, they can only go so slow because my stomach doesn't work. At least a little trickle will keep getting it through. That's how we're doing this. And
Yeah.
at that point, like I even had to back off just a little because it was too much, because I was getting what they call what you do is you check the stomach to see if it's being absorbed. So when you pull, there's these big syringes, and when you pull it out, I know this sounds gross, I'm sorry.
No,
When you go into the tube and you pull it out and you see the formula coming out and it keeps coming out, then your stomach's not working. So you just empty out the whole thing, because the odds are you're probably going to throw it up.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that does. It sounds like it's not gelling with your body system, you know, like biological, you know.
Nothing gels with my biological system at all. I'm being honest.
Okay.
Ben's got a
Nothing.
Yeah.
feeding tube too, right? Did you hear that?
What's that?
Ben's got a feeding tube too.
Yeah, you told me about that. Yeah, because of his stroke, and
Oh,
then he's got
I
a,
didn't know that. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was.
yeah,
I
but he'll
remember.
probably get his out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what he's working
yeah.
toward.
Yeah, mine won't come out.
Ever?
When I worked in support work in 2002, when I had my second son in 2004, I had to
Hey,
flush
wild
out
one.
a cleaning tube thingy majiggy, and no, I learned how to do it. But yeah, I mean, do you have to flush yourself with it, or
What's that?
I had to flush it out and then add another
yeah.
bag? Yeah,
Yep. I got to do all that.
yeah.
I've learned how to do it myself. I feed myself. I could do it right now if I
Right,
wanted
cool.
to, but I don't want to right now.
No, I know.
Did they
Hi,
do you get your own food for that, or do they
They
give it?
send me these formulas. The formula is called Jetty. Okay. Here, boom. I have an idea. So, why you guys want to hear about this stuff? This stuff's annoying. But anyway.
Yeah, that's all right.
So say hi. How do I switch the cam? No. Can you flip it in here? I don't think you can.
Yeah, you should be able to.
Right? But I'm not seeing it. Anyway.
Yeah, see the
This
little
is-
round thing? It auto rotates. Should do. Oh no,
Right,
I can see it now.
I can do it this way. This way is just fine instead of putting
Yep.
it down. So this is the formula. I put 2 of these in a bag, right? The bag kind of hangs, and then you have a machine, and the machine knows how much that needs to go in per hour. So that's how
Right.
it works.
Okay, cool.
Do you get calories from that though?
Oh yeah. So one of these, this is 8 fluid ounces. That's so funny. I'm lucky if I get through half of this in a night, which isn't much, guys. It tells you all the nutrition, but where's the calories? It just tells you all the vitamins and things. That's honestly the most important part.
Yeah, the calories would be the main thing. So yeah, you're obviously getting that. I mean, do you get that on insurance, or you don't have to say?
Yeah, I get this from insurance. Yeah.
Do they tell you to, on top of that, do they tell you to drink like Ensure or anything?
Nah, they know. They're very much well aware. And I think a lot of people can't stand the taste of that, and it's chalky. And shakes, for me, drinking them, that's
I thought you
extremely
liked
difficult.
them though. Didn't you?
I like them. They just don't like my stomach.
Oh, they don't like you.
No.
I tried to drink those. I can't stand them. Ugh.
Now
Yeah.
you understand. But people are saying you could put Boost through your tube. Like, nah.
You can
This-
put what?
That, sorry, go on.
You can put Boost through your tube, like you would like the formula. Because, and I said to them, I'm like, does it have to be sterile? What does it have to be? They're like, it's just as if you were putting anything through your stomach. So whatever you put through your stomach. So nothing needs to be sterile. So like I can even just get water out of my refrigerator that comes out, and I can use that to flush. I don't need like saline or anything like that. It's whatever you would eat that you kind of use it.
Have they tried TPN while you were in the hospital? RMC mom asked.
No, I got off of TPN. TPN would only happen, number one, it goes through your, excuse me. It goes through your, what's it saying? What were you asking again? I quickly lose it that
She
fast.
said, have they tried TPN while you were in the
Yes.
hospital?
TPN, no, but they were doing my feedings in the hospital.
What's TPN?
What?
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, what is TPN? What is that?
TPN is basically getting nutrition through an IV pick.
Right.
So it's like a pick line IV that goes in and down, and they can put formula through that. But that is it's a bigger chance of infection with that. So that would be something maybe that's temporary to do, but not full time. But if I
Right.
can't eat, this was what she suggested. The size of this tube, I'm not happy about, because it was supposed to be something that wasn't going to cause me any issues. This is going to cause me issues because it's so big. And that annoys the hell out of me. I'm like, why would you do that to somebody?
Our RMC mom says the nutrition goes through your veins, I guess, with this TPN.
Right. Mine just goes to directly the bottom of my stomach. That goes, so it's not in the
Right.
intestines. But the fact of the matter
So
is,
have you got like sorry, Ginger, have you got like a valve? Is it like, and you feed that into your system?
I have a tube inside me. Yes.
Right. Got ya.
Yeah. So what I do, I have to flush it with water, and then I hook it up. And that's that.
Right. And you know exactly what you're doing as well. So that's good. But it sounds like it's kind of pressurizing your system a little bit. I mean, can you kind of ask your doctors if they can give you a less heavier one, or I don't know how it works.
For them, they're basically saying that they've tried everything. Is
Right.
basically what they're saying to me. And I understand.
Sorry,
that.
I'm really nosy. What caused all this? Is it your metabolism or
autoimmune?
right? It's like enzymes, yeah. It's can't break down.
Yeah, I mean, I can't break down food. That's my problem.
Oh, wow.
And
How long have you had that for? How long?
Since it's been severe, the end of August 2020. I can tell you the exact day. I remember it very clearly when it stopped.
Yeah, you've been in a hospital more than I've had dinners. You know what I mean? So.
Oh, I'm aware.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's so funny because all the nurses, when I go in, go, I hope I don't see you here. I said, come on, let's just be honest with each other.
I know.
I've got all these problems. You will see me again. Trust me. I'm like,
I've
I'd
had
rather
5
not.
seizures and they're going, what are we going to do with you? Like, we can't get rid of you.
Just shoot me. Just shoot me, please.
No.
Take me out of my
hospital
misery.
is not where you want to be.
No. That causes more depression. I'm already going through it right now.
It is nice to be in hospital because like you get the food over here in England is really, really nice, but it is depressing. I know what you mean, Carla.
It's very hard. it's been really, really hard for me to accept that this is my life. I don't want to talk.
Oh.
I'll start crying. I don't want to talk.
No, don't just right. Okay, Johnny Depp, he won.
Think
Didn't he?
cost.
Brilliant.
Oh yeah, Johnny Depp, Amber Heard.
Did you
I
see?
won't
Did
watch
you
it.
see her trying to lie again? She's lying to herself. Totally. Did you see her
No,
interview?
what
Just
did
did.
she say? What has she said now?
Oh, she's saying, all those videotapes, audio tapes were edited. Like,
But
she's
ladies,
trying to explain it all away still, Ginger.
I know,
All of
but
it.
here, you want to know what the funny thing is? And a lot of people aren't talking about this, and I don't understand why. Because in her first, I don't know if it was the interview with Elaine or if it was the interview with Ben and Camille. I think it might have been the interview with Ben and Camille, that she had to disclose that her husband has done consulting work for the Depp team and that it had nothing to do with the interview that they were having. She had to disclose that before the interview. So she's
Who?
looking at
Amber
her.
Heard's husband.
Savannah knows the truth. Savannah knows if her husband was doing consulting work for the Depp team. She knows. She's not dumb.
Who's Savannah?
Savannah
I
is the
must
one
have
who was
missed-
doing. She's the one who was doing the interview. Savannah Guthrie. She's a big reporter.
Yeah, I see.
I refuse to use the word journalist because they're not journalists. I don't know what they are.
Tabloid trash.
Just they're robots to do whatever NBC
I don't
wants
like
them to do.
Savannah Guthrie. I never liked her.
Oh, see, I do like her. I really
I
do.
never liked her.
I like the way
Ever.
she's handling in this interview with her because she's just like, yeah, they didn't
Oh, is that the
believe
blonde
you.
lady in the Amber Heard interview? Is that the blonde
I
lady?
can't
She looks
stand.
like Megan Kelly a little bit, doesn't she?
No, she doesn't look anything like Megyn Kelly.
Oh, I think she does.
Savannah's got longer brown hair. It's
Oh,
on our,
okay. It might be a different one then. It might be
Yeah,
a different one.
it's in our NBC affiliate here in America. She's
Right.
on, and she does the show called The Today Show. So
Okay.
part
I don't
two
know.
was supposed to come out today. I didn't watch. I won't watch her on TV because all
Three
it is.
Pieces. I think Savannah was a little hard on Amber.
No, not at all, because Savannah knows the truth. No, Savannah needed to be hard on her. Why? Because she knew the freaking truth. I'm like, yeah, give that interview to me, please.
Oh, Kathy, take care, darling.
Bye, Kathy.
Yeah, I mean, I think that
Thank you,
John's still
Kathy.
here
I'll let you
in
guys know.
England.
What was that?
I think he's Johnny's still over here in England talking with Jeff Beck.
I don't think he's going to leave, and I don't blame him.
Yeah, he can come round mine for a cuppa. Or a mega cuppa.
A mega pint.
Morning, Ems.
Yeah.
Ems, good morning, Ems. How are you?
Chicky.
Well, hey, Chick.
Ems.
Here, wait a minute.
I don't know how anybody can.
I want to show you guys something. You guys will like this, though. Carla, I think you've seen this.
Oh, bloody
What
better.
is that? Wait. What's it say?
Oh, yeah. I remember when you got that, when the trial was still on.
Meg pint. Wait, go the wrong way.
I was on my friend
Johnny
George
Depp.
watching
Yes.
the verdict.
Is that
'cause
him?
I checked to see if you were live, and like I was going nuts.
It's my mega pint of wine. There we go.
Savannah's husband worked for Johnny Depp.
Yep.
What a coincidence. Really?
Yes, I just said that.
Oh, Chick knows all the info.
I didn't hear you because I was
she's up
saying hi
there
to
with
people.
information.
Yes, Chickwater East or East Chickwater. I heard that too. And a lot of people are not talking about that. That Savannah's Guthrie husband did consulting work for the Depp team. He literally.
Right, can I just get this straight? Who is Savannah? Is she the one that interviewed Amber Heard.
Yes.
Right, what, in that one interview that she did? Yeah?
No, she wasn't easy on her, which I was happy about because she knows the
No,
truth.
she had disdain. She had total disdain on her face.
I never saw the interview.
It's everywhere on the internet if you look.
Oh, I watched
It's
it on my friend
everywhere.
Tori's earlier, and I was like, oh,
It's
God.
more lies after she sat with her new
Yeah,
PR
she
team
just puts her
that
foot in her mouth. That's all she does. That's all she
she
does.
just hired this PR team at the trial. Okay. This PR team decided to sit down with her and say, okay, this is how we're going to move forward. And they trained her a little
Mm,
bit better than what she was on the stand. That is what's going on here. Let's be honest, people. She got trained by her new PR team, and this is what they're trying to do to get her reputation back. It's never going to work. It still makes her look like an idiot.
That ain't gonna work at all. Normal people, well, I ain't normal. I was a nutter, but I see through it.
She
He's
brings
an actor consultant. He worked on Gore's campaign. Who, her husband?
he's an actor consultant he works on.
Al Gore.
Okay, and he
He-
said that,
he
and
worked-
she did say
Al Gore
that he worked for their team. That's what she said. So, like I
Who's
said,
Al
she
Gore
knows the
again?
truth.
Can you remind me, please, my lovely American friends? Al Gore. Was he deputy?
He
No,
ran
not
for.
He
deputy.
ran for president. He won
Yeah.
for like a day. He was president for a day, and then they recounted, and then he lost.
Okay, thank you. Was he
Yes.
Republican or Democrat?
Democrat.
Right.
I voted for him. I was surprised George Bush won. You there, Carla?
Yeah. I'm thinking about Amber Heard and the goal she has.
I can't
Uh,
because
do you know what?
everything
Sorry,
that comes
go
out
on.
of her mouth is a lie, and a way for you to not think about the question that they just asked.
Right. In my opinion, sorry, girls, to cut you off. It's going to fizzle out very soon, and I think she'll just go away, scuttle away. It's going to fizzle out. There's been a lot of publicity straight away on the ball after the court case.
If it's
It,
up
don't
to
it will
think
if
fizzle
anybody
it's
out
up
like
to
a firework. Like
if
a
it's
I don't
up to
think
firework.
Amber,
anybody-
it'll never end because
I
she
don't
needs
think
money.
anybody will want to touch her with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah, but she'll do interviews and stuff like this, and she's going to keep herself going with her lie that nobody's going to believe.
Yeah, but
Just like her and
it's not
Jesse.
last long,
He still
Ginger.
has
It won't
supporters.
last long. She will fizzle out like firework, girl. You know?
I still think if she keeps going this way, the way she's going, I mean, the fact of the matter is, the more she keeps doing stuff, the more dumb she looks. It's like, you know what? You
Well,
said on the stand, all you wanted was for Johnny to leave you alone so you can move on. Here is your judgment. Here is your settlement. And now it's all done. He'll leave you alone, but you need to leave him alone. And she can't do that.
you know what the irony is to me, though? Because TikTok and all that made so much publicity out of her, I think she will gain kind of more fame out of it. You know? Backlash. But not
It
backlash.
definitely made her more famous, at least name wise in homes and stuff. Because let's face it,
I
a lot of
never
people
knew who she was before this.
exactly. A lot of people didn't know who she was.
Well, I knew her as Johnny Depp's wife that he left beautiful Vanessa as the mother of his children for. But,
And apparently, her children hated her. I think she was unbelievably manipulated. I don't know what this woman has. She like literally puts spells over people. I swear to God. Elon Musk,
well,
you
she does
know,
like hexes.
and nobody talks about her. No celebrity really talks about her and how difficult she is. Jason Momoa can come out and be like, "Oh my God." But no one's doing that. Like, why? I think now I had heard this on somebody's chat, and it was a pretty reputable chat that
Hmm.
her and say someone like Cara Delevingne, right? They've been linked together a lot of times during this trial that you bring up the name. Her and Cara before used to work in a celebrity strip club, right?
Right.
And they
Yeah.
would get information and record these people so they can manipulate them.
Okay. Wow.
And this was something that was happening long before she even became famous, but she still knew how to manipulate and get somebody by recording them without their permission.
What are
Whether
you
they're
talking
in a
about? Miss
bad
Turd?
mood, a good mood, an angry mood. Let's face it, we all have those moods too. The mood that Johnny showed that day where he's slamming cabinets and getting them. Let's be honest.
Oh
We
God,
all
I've
had
had
that day.
butty walls before. I've had butty walls when I'm
Hey,
angry.
wait, who hasn't slammed a door, gotten mad and
Oh my
slammed a
God! If
door?
so, God, you got to put me to jail. I am a serial assaulter. Then, if you slamming cabinets and doors, I got
Oh
to go to
my
jail.
God,
I must
my
repent.
live out partner, he's punched the fridge. He hadn't touched me, you know.
Oh yeah. I see the game she's playing. I've been seeing the game that she's been playing for years now, since 2020, because that's when I heard the first audio of her saying, I didn't punch
Yeah.
you, I slapped you. And that was it.
Yeah.
And then I remember this guy, Incredibly Average, and Incredibly Average is still up. And I mean, guys, there is the Australian
Oh yeah, incredibly
version.
average. Good. Yeah.
This, if this could be played and see if Savannah was fucking smart, but I'm sure there's somebody saying, no, can't bring it up. If she goes, well, what about this? And plays it for her about Australia? How are you going to make up for that? Considering what you said, that you had bare feet and you were crying, and she was crying because she's going, I'm sorry, Johnny. I'm sorry. Why? Because, and you could hear, she didn't have no fucking bare feet. She's like clunk, clunk, clunk. She had some big clunky shoes on. So
Yeah, you can
please
hear the
don't
banging.
tell me your feet were cut. See you next Tuesday. That almost came out
Well,
of my
the
mouth.
jury didn't believe it. Like, I mean, she got away with the Walden. What is it?
Hi,
Walden.
Uni.
Walden.
Hearts.
Oh, Adam Walden.
Yeah, the OOP thing that he.
Well,
His
that's where we
lawyer at
got
the
all
time.
this. That's where we got all this information from. That's why we know our shit's accurate.
Yeah,
I've always
but
known this. I've seen the evidence for myself, and there was no evidence from her. This is why the internet turned on her, because she had nothing. Johnny was putting it all out there. She had nothing.
can I just say, like, in my own personal mindset, that I never believed it when it came out in the newspapers over in England. I never believed it. I didn't.
He got found guilty, didn't he, over there?
Yes, but that was for a lawsuit between him and a newspaper. Not
it was
him
the
and
Sun.
Amber.
The Sun is trash, Carla. It's a tabloid newspaper.
Your son is sorry, Jojo. Your son is exactly what the New York and Washington Post are here. So.
Hey, Uni.
Hey, Uni.
Yeah, in Liverpool, the Sun, where my brother lives, is banned because in 1989 there was a tragic football disaster called Hillsborough. Look it up. And
I've
they
heard
put false information on the front page. It's banned. It's trash.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go.
Mm-hmm. And Dan Wooten was the author who wrote it. And
Dan Wooten is an asshole.
He's trash as well.
Yeah, he's an absolute arsehole. He goes on every celebrity review program. He's a little shit. So, sorry. There you go. I know all about him.
I think saying shit on here is okay.
Well, I hope so. Sorry, Carla.
That's
Hey,
okay.
the see you next Tuesday almost came right out of my mouth. I'm like,
No,
no.
I won't say that. I won't do that to my Carla.
No, but
No, you're okay.
the anger that this woman does bring me for what she's doing, and just it's just like Jussie Smollett.
Well,
It's
if you went
but I
to
find this
some of
more
those
infuriating.
chats where there was 30,000 people in, there was not very many people that supported her.
I haven't seen any supporters of hers. None.
I've seen a few.
Not.
Yeah,
I
there's
mean,
been
but
a
did you
about,
see?
but I've never
And
personally spoken.
go look on Twitter.
Did anybody see the PR stunt that they threw when she came out of court and someone went to give her flowers, but they actually stopped and they just so actually happened to have a camera at that moment, at that spot to catch her with the flowers?
No, what a
PR
surprise.
stunt. Nobody was
Of
there
course.
for her.
Like what she said on the oath stand about TMZ, and her publicist was with her. It's just, oh.
But I will say the guy who got up there from TMZ, now I'm seeing him all over the place now. But like he said, he had nothing to gain being a part of that. Did he kind of get a little bit of clout? Yeah. But
Yeah. But
I believe he told the truth.
yeah, he did. Yeah. I mean, we can all say, oh, he was a clout chaser, blah, blah, publicity, blah, blah, blah. But at least he spoke out, you know?
Yeah. I'm in the process of making a video of just Savannah's questions because just do that, man. It sounds harsh. It kind of does. So I'm like, that's kind of interesting. Let's just put that all together. So that's going to be my thing for the afternoon. Well, actually, it's going to probably take me literally about 20 more minutes and I'm going to be done. But I'm watching Stranger Things 4 again because there's so much I missed. So much I missed. Do you watch Stranger Things, Jojo?
I've never heard of it, darling. No, I don't know that.
Do you have Netflix?
I don't know.
Ah.
I'm not posh.
Oh my God, I'm not posh either, sweetheart. But yeah, Netflix, I just like their shows. I hate our network TV. We're soon getting rid of our network
Did
TV.
you know that you could get a VPN and you could get Netflix shows from everywhere?
Yeah, because you know what? I do want to get a VPN, but they're like, for instance, your Netflix in the UK as well as the Netflix in Australia are not the same. They're not the
they're
same.
different.
Very different.
As long as you have their number, you know what I
Miss
mean?
Murder, when Miss Murder came to visit me, she's looking through my Netflix. She's like, "What the heck? Look at this!" And I was like, "You've got so much good stuff!" Like, she went nuts. She went absolutely nuts. And
Well, I don't have cable at the moment, but I will try and get it if I can.
yeah, you know what? You can watch a lot of shows and not care about the networks anymore, or and then you can get News Nation now.
There's so many different. There's
'Cause
Apple TV. There's
but I would
Hulu,
never listen to
there's-
Apple TV or Google TV for accurate news ever. Never ever.
Do you know what? If I got that, I think my brain would actually melt because my brain is melt pot anyway. So.
But I love the shows. I love the shows on there, and it's getting better. It was kind of getting weird there for a while, but I think Netflix has seen the whole going woke and going broke kind of ideal because they're just not interesting shows. You got to make shows about more than just what today's political issues are. It's just not going to make for. We see it constantly on the news. Why do we want to see it in a show? So
I think the last American show I watched was Supernatural. I used to love that.
Yeah, and The Naturalist. Oh, I don't remember that one.
Natural, yeah.
I actually don't even know why we have cable because I never watched my TV.
I was in the
I have
hospital. I
Prime.
Tell
never
her, my
turned it
mum.
on. The only thing I might do, and I still do it in my house, is I will put, because 9 times out of 10, if you put some kind of MTV show on, which is on MTV, ridiculousness is always there. So I always put that on because it's always there and it's always funny. So if I don't feel like watching something, I could always look up and just turn it up and I know that something funny is going to come on. And then I could turn it down and it keeps me company when nobody's here.
Oh, okay, Bailey, thanks. Yeah, I just put music on if I get bored. I just put music on it.
I want
Yeah.
to see the movie Nope. Same guy who wrote Get Out and Us.
Oh,
I
the
don't
guy
know
who
what
wrote
that
Get
is.
Out. He's from oh my God, Keenan. His name is Keenan. No, that's Keenan
No,
Michael.
I'll have to look that up.
God damn it, what's his name?
Right,
Is that about a black
beautiful
guy?
ladies. Beautiful ladies, I've got to go, but
Oh,
I'll still
okay,
be in
honey.
chat.
Thanks for coming up.
Okay,
Yeah,
Jojo.
thank you so much. And
Love
Love you,
yeah,
you,
Jojo.
R.I.P. Cat again.
my
And
sister
love you
from a
all.
different mister.
Take care, you two.
Oh, we
Toughies.
will. Bye,
All right,
sister.
bye. Love ya. Sister.
I love Jojo.
Get Out. Is that black guy? He's a black guy.
It's a story about a black kid who has a relationship with a white woman, and
And then he finds out that they got like
that they're like extremely racist people, and there's like only one black guy in the neighborhood. And
but don't they
he's
do
kind of
they have something, they're gonna do something like terrible to him?
something. Yeah, I don't remember
I
what it
can't
was. I
remember
think I
what it
saw.
was.
Yeah, I saw that Seven was on the
And
other
she
day.
is in on it,
Right, right.
the
They're
white
all in on
girl.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, weird shit. Like that kind of shit does freak me out because I'm like, that shit could like really happen. Like that could really happen.
Is that you, Vinny?
Vinny who?
Hey, Vinny.
Hey Carla, how are you? Hey
Like the
Ginger.
Hey,
scarf.
Vinny G, how are you?
Good, thank you.
Good.
Is it echoing at all?
It's beautiful.
Ah, okay. Yeah. No, I just saw you live. I was actually heading to bed, and all the computers around here needed an update, so I thought I'll update them. And I saw you live, so I thought I'd come and say hello. I want to show you my latest piece of work. Hang on.
I didn't realize my camera was on. How long has it been on?
You just turned it on.
Oh, I just turned it on. Okay, well, good. I'm like, I wasn't looking.
Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
I was talking about you this morning. I was saying that scarf
Oh.
that you made was really nice.
Yeah, I got this new kind of strand, and I don't know if you can see.
Yeah, I can see it.
Right, it's two colours, but it's really soft. And look, hey, I've been practicing my crochet. Look at that! I made a
Good for you.
Wow, Vinny.
Yes.
Wow, I'm impressed.
I got really bored, you know, and yeah, I made this scarf, and like, I don't know, it's just like.
How did you find it crocheting?
Quite easy actually.
I think it's easier than knitting.
Yeah, so you do. So I've made, that's the wool I'm using. I just showed you now.
Oh, good.
I'm so super impressed.
I made that.
Good.
Yes, I'm using these needles because that's all I had left. All my needles are loaded at the moment, and I've been told by a lady to try bison wool. Have you ever tried that?
Never.
Have you seen the price of it? It's like,
no, is it really expensive?
The price of everything is really expensive.
Yeah, it's like $200 for a ball of bison wool, but it looks really soft, and I've been told it is really like nice, but a bit skeptical about trying anything with wool. Like I've made this one. This one here's alpaca, and like
Oh, that's nice.
how do you
I like
wash?
that.
Yeah, how do you wash like alpaca without it shrinking? It's for a lady, obviously. I
What's
promise.
the one that you're sending to Salvage?
Yeah. I've just got to get some more wool and finish it, and
That's really nice.
yes, I promised I'd make her one, but yeah, the wool, like,
That
have you
looks
ever?
soft.
It is soft, but like I remember when I was a kid, I used to love mohair jumpers, like from the goat wool,
Mhm.
and yeah, not very good when you wash them in hot water. Like it went from a normal size to like,
And it
okay,
shrunk.
do we have a baby in the family to put the
Yep, never try it.
Yeah, so no. Apart from that, yeah, I was actually heading to bed, but I enjoy talking with you, Carla. I just thought I'd come and say hello because, like,
Carla's easy to talk to.
Yeah.
We're not talking about anything particular.
No.
We just
No, you're talking about crocheting, and I think to both
Hey,
of you, I
Ben.
think that's
How you
amazing.
doing,
I
Ben?
couldn't do it even if I tried.
Couldn't you?
I don't think I could.
Yeah. I listen to people on live streams, and and then it just happens. I go, okay.
That's how when I first came to YouTube, like when I wasn't even talking or didn't even know what chat was, that's
Yeah.
all I did. I would just crochet and listen to videos or documentaries or whatever. And
Yeah.
it just goes faster when you have something to do with your hands.
I've like,
I don't know.
I've kind of worked out. So what I do now, just for experiments, I'll make like a strand. I'll say a chain of 9 or whatever, and then I'll grab the wool around the hook and put it in, then bring it out, and it just works out. And I go, oh yeah. So if I keep repeating that, then I turn it around, and next thing I've got a square. Next thing and next thing I don't know what I'm making, but it's getting bigger. So yeah, but
Well, I think you're doing good.
Can you make a big blanket?
Sorry.
Can you make a big blanket that says "Go Eagles"?
Like I've got a very short attention span. Yeah. Like the
Just
blanket.
thought I'd throw it out there. Maybe.
Yeah, the blanket would get started and maybe finished in the year 3000 or something. So yeah.
Bailey's in the chat. I made her a hat and mitts, fingerless gloves.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
you also made a bunch of stuff for me too.
Yeah, I made so many things for so many people, Vinny.
She sent me hats. I love the fingerless gloves. They were great.
Yeah, that wool I'm making that scarf with the pom-poms on, that's actually good for gloves. But like, yeah, okay. How do you make gloves?
I make the fingerless ones where you don't have your fingers in,
Okay, yeah. That'd be
so
pretty
you can
They're
use your
easier
phone.
to make. You know who I made a pair for? I made a pair for Simon.
Hi, Ben.
Because he said it was easier to wheel in his wheelchair.
okay.
With those gloves. So.
That's nice of you.
Yeah,
Carla's a nice giving person.
I haven't done it in a while.
You haven't done it
really,
in a while.
That's really, really sweet. Yeah.
I think I sent something for his whole family. He's got a video up where he opened it up. I like to do things for other people.
Carla, you made gloves for my kids, and they loved them.
Yes, I did.
That's. I'm just going to turn the camera off because I'm smoking.
That's all right.
I don't want to be. Ooh, he's smoking. So
I smoke weed, so it's all good.
The skull picture with the headphones as well, but that's like I can't say. I see Ben Ashworth's in there. I hope he's doing all right. Bailey
Hi Ben.
Hi Ben.
You and me. We got the feeding tubes going, Ben. We should talk about feeding tube time. Jesus.
Vinny had to have one too.
Yeah,
found
I
yeah.
remember when you were really sick and you were in the hospital. I remember.
Yeah, it's not like, yeah, it's. I don't know. I really, I was in. I don't know. I'm no one to be impressed, but like, kudos to Ben. You know, like I didn't even know, but I was alerted, and someone said, "Hey, you better go and check out Ben's chat." And I thought, yeah, that's a man. That's a man. That's a guy
I
who
didn't even know. I'm really close with Ben, or I used to talk to him like behind the scene. Um,
mm,
and I didn't know. He was in there a month, and I didn't know at all.
Wow, Ben, a month. I understand. And that had to be freaking hard as hell.
yeah,
That had to
it's
be fucking hard.
it's scary, you know. So it makes you appreciate one another more. You know what I mean?
You have no idea how much just the little things mean to me. It's just
Yep.
like it's not I don't need anything big. Just the little things because there's a lot I can't do, a lot.
Mm,
And it puts you in a very dark depressed state. And for
yeah.
me, there's no chance of getting better. So
Well,
it just
what
is what it is.
may I ask, Ginger Locks, what your predicament is, if you don't mind?
Well, I got a couple of stuff, but I'll just give you the two major ones. The one is ankylosing spondylitis, which basically fuses my bones together on its
Oh,
own.
yeah.
And the other one is gastroparesis, where my stomach has basically stopped working.
Yeah.
So I don't digest food. So I need a feeding tube because I've lost a ton of weight and I'm very malnourished. So
Hey,
they're
look at the
trying
positive side. Look at the positive side. You lost some weight. I know
She
I'm not.
did.
Yeah, but hey, look at the positive side. You know, you got to grab everything.
and clothes are fun again. Yes, I will say that clothes are fun again.
Ah, see, Ginger Locks,
She
see?
even
But
bought a bikini.
I miss food. I do
Yeah.
miss food. I do.
Well, my problem is after the strokes, it took my smell and taste away. And yeah, so now whatever food's just bland, metallic taste.
Oh,
Uh,
and I know what that I had COVID and I lost my taste. Oh, that's terrible.
yeah, so I haven't really eaten everything I love. I used to love all kinds of food, but I got fat when I loved food. So I look at it in a positive aspect, you know what I mean?
Did
I
you know Simon tested positive for
COVID.
the virus?
He's going to pull through
Meaning,
it. He's going to pull through it.
yeah, he lost his taste and smell too.
It's
Yeah,
terrible to do that.
I heard Simon got it. I oh, you know, I'm up in arms about COVID. Like, I've done so much to myself to like, and I'm thinking, okay, if I get COVID, I've been around people with COVID, and I don't know if I contracted it or not, but I did have the vaccinations as well. But now here in Australia, they're saying that they want the fourth round, but mainly to health workers, because it seems to be now the health workers in hospitals that are spreading it to patients. Do you know what I mean?
I believe that because it's a
My
lot of people get it when they're in the hospital.
I got it in the hospital. I was stuck in the COVID hospital, which was I'm not, and I kid you not, it was just like prison with a phone.
Mm-hmm.
It was
Well,
prison with the phone with COVID. It was horrible.
I got released from hospital in just November, I think it was, yeah. And 2 weeks prior to getting released, I told the nurses, I said, listen, I'm getting a really bad cold. I know it's going to be a bad one because every 4 or 5 years I have a real bad cold. This is just before COVID. COVID had already been announced by China. I had these two guys in hazmat suits and I didn't know what the hell was going on, right? They came and shoved this thing up my nose and to
That
tell me
thing.
if it was viral or bacterial or something. I was put in isolation for 5 days. I wasn't allowed hydrotherapy because I was paralyzed and stuff like that. And yeah, when they and then when I got out of hospital, the whole world shut down. I thought, were they testing me for COVID or something in the stroke ward? Because, like, yeah, I've never had a test like that in my life for the flu, where they shoved this big stick thing up your nose, you know.
And
like,
back then, they were literally going for brain parts too. I swear to
Yeah.
God.
yeah.
It's like,
It
you
was
don't
like-
have to go that high.
Yeah.
Yes, we do. No, you don't.
Yeah.
I'll fight with them.
Yeah. No, it's, I don't know. I don't wish COVID upon anyone, but
Nah.
I don't wish the flu upon anyone either. And when I had the vaccination, did you ladies get the vaccination?
I did.
I did. I did.
I did, but no boosters.
The first one was relatively mild. Like, my arm, I knew I'd been vaccinated because, like, my arm was sore. When I got the booster, whoa, that one, that, like, makes your arm, it's like a good workout at the gym, and you've actually abused your muscles and things. I was sore all over, like, all over. But, yeah, I don't know. The world's in a mess, isn't it?
It's unbelievably
It
a mess.
is.
I
Yeah.
don't understand, like, how did we
Yeah.
get here? Like, I understand there was a pandemic. We shut down. That's a great way to get people to go absolutely psycho and crazy, which
Yeah.
that's what happened. And then they literally, during this time, at least here in our country, tried to literally, push us against each other. It was
Yeah.
very obvious,
Yeah.
and then it was, if you don't say this, and it was that, and it was, the whites hate the blacks, the black hates the whites, and that's not how it was. I mean, you were
No.
looking on TV, but people who I know, I mean, everyday life people that I'm associated with, were like, this is so fucked up. We all
Yeah.
agree. We're like, what's going on?
Yeah. I could not believe the governments of the world were shutting people inside, like locking people down and things like that. But not only that, they're controlling it through the media. You, like, even on YouTube, you weren't allowed to say COVID or anything.
How
like
crazy was
Oh,
that?
that was horrible. What?
Yeah.
Still, as soon as you say COVID on here, they put a big thing underneath,
Yeah. It's
like
crazy.
a
A lot of people I would heard say, "Oh, you got the vids, did you?" Yeah.
yeah. Everybody was like being really careful because people were getting flagged and stuff if they said the word.
Mm.
Which
But
I
now-
always thought it was freedom of speech, so you could say whatever you want.
But
I'm
there's
getting a
there's
little
also
sick of all
repercussions
this.
of speech.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
getting sick of all the stuff you can't say anymore. Like you can't say,
Yeah, I know.
suicide.
I know exactly what you mean, Ginger Locks. Exactly what you mean. It's crazy how they're control. Like, you have a look at this Russian and Ukraine conflict. How Russia is controlling their media from their side, but the West is doing the same. Like, the propaganda you see from both sides is just unbelievable. The
It is
reality
unbelievable.
the reality is there's thousands of people dishoused that have died. The atrocious crimes were seen. These are crimes you saw in World War II, war crimes, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And, like,
that's what I've heard.
yeah, it's like, it's kind of crazy. Oh, did you see what China announced?
No.
No.
Okay, so America has vowed to defend Taiwan if it should ever come under conflict from China. Xi Jinping, whatever his name is, has just announced, get this right, this is the words of the year. He's just authorized special military operations and vowed to fight till the end.
Oh my God.
So and President Biden has said,
Has his nose shoved up his ass. Yep.
yep, and he has said he will defend Taiwan no matter what. And, like, really, do we need wars? There's this COVID things. I woke up this morning, Argentina, Pakistan, and all them countries. They've now got shortages of food because of the way COVID affected economies. And, the world's a mess. All these financial corporations are these buy now, pay later schemes. A lot of them have been floated and had shares. They dropped 96%. That's like, that's huge. It'll be a global recession, I reckon, within 2 months.
Absolutely. And when we had our presidential debates, we had Trump and Biden. They were the two options we only had.
Yeah.
Isn't that wonderful that was it?
Well,
really?
I think it's so wrong that you need to have money to run for president or queen or whatever. I mean, there's good people out there, patriotic people, and people that actually care about all people. But no, it's an elite club. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just these, and that's why Trump was really hated amongst them, because he wasn't one of them.
Yeah,
he wasn't. Whether you like Trump or not, he is a narcissistic, a-hole. He is, and he wasn't going to change from the apprentice to president. He wasn't. I'm like, why do people think he's going to change? He's still going to be Donald Trump. Well, and a lot of people didn't like that, and obviously the Democrats could not have him in. So a lot of people, I think, just really put him under the fire. But unfortunately, January 6th didn't help him either.
No. Well, the thing is, I was watching when Trump got into power, and he got in at you guys had a $13 trillion debt.
It's unbelievable.
COVID took it to 26, and he actually got it back down to 13, and then they voted him out. He ran your country like a business. It's how it should be run. And, the Biden administration, they're like our administration we got down here. Money fixes everything, but they seem to be printing a relentless amount of money. I was brought up thinking they could only print as much as they had worth of gold in the gold reserves. But, yeah, I don't, the worldwide debts now is
I don't trust one politician, Democrat or Republican. I don't trust you. I don't trust any of you.
How is it Pelosi has 200 million plus in the bank? I mean, these people are meant to serve the public.
Now, she's a witch. That's a witch. As Amber Heard said, burn the witch. I'm going to take her lines. That's the witch we should burn. I'm just saying. I despise Nancy Pelosi.
I don't think the Ukraine would be in the predicament they're in right now if Trump was in office.
I agree.
I don't think it would never got to where it is right now.
No matter how you feel about Putin, he was able to keep it peaceful. Mm-hmm. He was able to keep it peaceful.
Yeah.
And everybody shit on him for going to North Korea and actually having a nice relationship with Putin. We wouldn't be where we are right now, paying almost $6 a gallon for gas and not being able to go anywhere. And then you want to go eat, you can barely feed your kids because the food is skyrocketed so high. They're doing this shit on purpose. This is on purpose. Why?
Fuel, even here this morning at the Bowser when I filled the truck up, it used to be about $1.97 per litre. We work in litres. But just to give you a rough idea, now it's $2.21. And we're not even near any global conflict. And the governments just use that, no matter where you are, to take advantage of the prices. The poorer countries, I watch this lady. She has a little tuk-tuk thing in Asia somewhere. She bought it, and that was her taxi. She was like an Uber, you know. Now she has to queue up for like 8-9 hours just to get fuel, because fuel's getting scarce everywhere. But the thing is, the food shortage. When you listen about the food shortage, these other countries like Pakistan and
So this food shortage is worldwide?
Well, yes. You know, you guys know how you had like powdered milk problems for babies?
We have a lot of problems here right now with a lot of things.
That's still
Well,
going on.
we've picked up what your demands. So our plants here, they went from working one shift 7 days a week to working three shift every day, public holidays, night and day, you name it. They are producing this powdered milk, and we're sending a lot to you guys.
Thank
lot.
you.
No,
Wow.
I reckon it's great because the Chinese have been making powdered milk for a long time, but it is substandard. And we had Chinese people here go to the supermarket, buying up all the shelves and sending it home back to China for an
No.
exorbitant cost. The government put
Really?
the government put a stop to it by limiting 1 can of baby powdered formula per customer per day.
So I have a question for you, Vinny.
Mhm.
We see this happening all over the world then. What do you think the main focus and main goal is of all of this?
Well,
Because obviously, if it's worldwide, then everybody is aware of what's going on.
So you have the major powers, the East versus the West. We are in a perfect storm, and we are at World War III's doorstep.
Yeah,
Right
I know.
People don't believe it, but when you have even Greece and Turkey now, right? The Greeks have militarized an island through NATO and the European Union. However, that's fine, and they're seizing Russian ships that are stealing stuff from the Ukraine and whatever. But the problems arising is Turkey doesn't like Greece being in charge of all these weapons. So you've got relations all over the world crumbling. Putin was always against NATO borders. He's only increased that. Finland and Sweden and all that joining, that's not going to go too well. Now you've got China. Here's a problem I see. You've got Russia saying it's a special military operation. They've blown up the crap out of the Ukraine. So what's China going to do to Taiwan with their special military operation? Now, considering Biden has said he will defend Taiwan, China has vowed to defend it to the end. I mean, this is like scary. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not being
I couldn't agree with you more. I couldn't agree with you more.
And I'm not being conspiracy theory like.
No. What happens when the conspiracy theories become real? That's the question. Because that's what's happening.
Yeah.
Like, these aren't conspiracy theories. And you know what? Still, nobody is really, we don't hear much about Ghislaine Maxwell. She was just on trial. Where's that information?
Oh, you know, this true crime community. I was watching a case on my Google Home app here, right? And I don't know why, and no one's talked about it. You might have heard about it, where the mother hadn't heard from her daughter for a bit. She went to the house, and the boyfriend decapitated her and started pulling her body apart. And so they got him for like murder, obviously, but they're special charges, these ones, because he actually decapitated her.
And mutilated her.
God.
Oh
And
my God.
she was pregnant, so he's actually been charged for willful murder of an unborn child or something like that.
Oh,
as
yeah,
well.
yeah.
Yeah.
We have that here too.
It's really. This happened in your country.
Oh, it happened here?
Yeah. I was
I
reading.
never heard about that.
I haven't heard that one. I don't. The way
don't doubt
our country is insane. That's all I say. Like, I love going. I was born and raised in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
If I go to Philadelphia right now, unless it's in a certain area that I'm in the downtown area, I can't go any other place. And even there was a mass shooting on South Street, which is like our Bourbon Street of Louisiana.
Yeah.
Or New Orleans.
Yeah, that's so
That's
sad.
like here in Pittsburgh. We don't go downtown. There's certain places in Pittsburgh. If you drive around, if they, you could get shot.
I
Well,
grew up.
see,
I
this is
grew up seeing all these beautiful T-shirts from America, like especially for your sporting clubs, whether it be hockey, football, or whatever, like Pittsburgh and LA and all that. And like where all these major teams, the crime is so high now. I don't
Detroit.
know. Yeah. I don't know how like people even go to games there anymore and stuff like that. You know, your
Because
country.
those areas are highly protected by police. That's
Yeah,
why.
there's a lot of, yeah.
Yeah, you're pretty safe going to a big event because most of the big events are in, like I go to, if I go to a show in the summer, it's normally at the Camden Center. I don't know if you ever heard about Camden, New Jersey, but it's like one of the worst places in the world. But it's not as bad as Philly is right now.
I don't
So-
know. I'd be scared to go anywhere where there's crowds now, the way people take pot shots at people.
Well,
I mean, there was a guy who just killed somebody over a fucking milkshake.
yeah.
A milkshake.
Well, I was watching, because like your police, I feel so sorry for your police because like, what do you do?
What are you going to do? Yeah.
What do you do? You know, you have to defend yourself. I watched a body cam footage last night of a guy. He actually called the police. As soon as they got to the door, he started shooting at him. You know, on purpose. Like mental health is a big problem. If it is mental health, I don't know, but like, yeah, your country's, yeah, I don't know. I would never be a police officer in your country.
Me either.
You know, scary.
Now,
And
I
they should
sat,
be raised.
my friend
Yeah.
was a police officer. He was a detective. And we had a birthday party for his older daughter. Now, he passed away a few years ago, but he was a detective and a cop. And his superior, like his boss was there, you know, for Morgan's birthday. And we were talking about the whole situation, what's going on in this world. And he's like, but you don't see this in the local small areas. Yes,
Yeah.
you see it in the big and major cities. And yes, this can happen anywhere. He's like, but he was retired, but he's like, but you know, you try to keep a good rapport with the person. And he's like, we've never had trouble like in regards to that. So they really focus on the really, really bad stuff, which there is really bad stuff, but they make it seem like it's everywhere. And it's
But
not.
see, the thing is, like what Bailey Vex just wrote there, you know, people are so mixed up in what doesn't matter, that what's coming is far worse. Because, like Chick just said, China, Russia, North Korea, Iran, and Saudi Arabia versus NATO countries, that is now a reality. Because China has now stated the words of Putin, special military operations. And you can bet that the minute they start on Taiwan, they're going to deploy their nuclear arms and they're going to point them at the West. And you'll have
They're going to point it at the United States.
Mm-hmm. And you've got two major fronts, and look at the size of them countries. And China has said, does America really want to face 1 billion Chinese? They've said straight
And
up.
see, that's the thing. Like that scares the shit out of me. But what the fuck are we going to do about it? Because no matter what, they're going to do what they're going to do, whether we vote for it or not.
So what we have here, right, we've got the Solomon Islands up north, and there was a bit of trouble in the Solomon Islands, so our military went up there and sorted it all out. China has stepped in and made like agreements with the Solomon Islands, so they're moving closer to us. And you can bet that is simply for the reason that America has their intelligence centre down here in Australia. It's called Pine Gap. And, you know, it's crazy to think that even North Korea will be allied by these superpowers of the East, and they will feel like, yeah, see, we did, because North Korea has never, ever been at peace. it is only a ceasefire. It is the longest existing ceasefire, and I reckon North Korea can't wait to get it on.
Yeah.
No.
That's what scares me.
But what are we going to do? Like, seriously, what are we going to do about it?
Nothing. What can we do?
Nothing. If
Well,
this is
it's
what
all-
they are going to do, what can we do to stop it?
It's all
That's
our
why
own
we got
fault,
guns.
really. It's all our own fault, really. I mean, have you been to dollar stores, Carla?
Yes, all the time.
Have you been Ginger Locks?
Of course.
And I have too. Guess where all that stuff's made?
China.
Oh, yeah.
So we've been raising their capital, and they are so high tech. China, like a naval ship went down the Taiwan Strait, and they said a fleet of drones came out looking at what it was. But like, that's scary stuff. You know what I mean? And considering the people have got their heads shoved up their ass on social media and all that, where we could actually be friendlier to each other and crap. No, everyone's so narky and
I think they do that because, you know, they see that gets views, so they keep it going. I can't sit and watch that anymore. I can't sit and watch people fight anymore. It's not fun. It's actually toxic.
Yeah.
It makes you more mad, and I can't, because you know what? There's so much anger in this world that I can't bring it into mine.
Yeah. The world's a very, very angry place, and you know what's out of our controls. All I read about is your government doing this, my government doing that, and someone else's government doing something else. But hang on, I never asked for my government to do that. But why are they're actually playing with our lives and they don't care? They don't care. I mean,
they don't.
Yeah. I mean, if they could get rid of, say, 2 or 3 billion people off the planet, they would be happy. Do you know, Carla, I could not believe this, right? If humans disappeared from the planet, within 3 years, the planet would cool down by a few degrees because of the heat that humans create.
Wow.
I believe that. I
couldn't
absolutely believe that.
it. I couldn't believe, and it was like scientifically proven. If all humans disappeared off the planet would cool down.
Well, we are literally parasites living on this planet.
Yeah, literally. And you know, I feel sorry because, especially for younger generations, you know, you meet someone, you fall in love. What's the first thing you want to do? You want to have a family. But do we really need any more people on this planet?
My kids are seeing what's going on right now, and they're both like, I don't want to raise a kid in this world.
No. No.
I thought a lot of the kids coming up now don't want to have kids.
No, they don't. Like my daughter's she was so for it, and now she's like, there's no way, Mom. I'm like, I understand that.
I agree. Very scary. Very, very scary times.
Well, because it's an unsure future. You know, you don't want to bring your kids up to an.
And then there are some people
future.
who don't even know this is going on.
Yeah. I mean,
completely oblivious.
Look, I've heard your health system can be quite bad.
Yes.
It's the health systems of the world. Now, I know it costs a hell of a lot more now to go to the doctor than it did when I was a kid.
Oh, God, yeah.
And imagine when your grandchild has to go to the doctor with what's it going to cost then? It seems astronomical. Here, it's to rent, like, you know, just your average median house now. You're looking at $500 to $600 a week. And that's okay if you've got 2 people working and stuff like that. But to buy a house now, people have like $500,000 mortgages, and that's your first home.
And that's what they do to people, though. They love to put people in debt. They love it.
Yeah. And then you got the bank saying, oh, but if you do this, you could pay it off in 20 years. Yeah, okay.
Because all they care about
That's
is their
why
sale.
people are living in those tiny houses now.
Oh,
I'm
they're
sorry.
great, too.
I love them, but
I
you
stayed
know.
in one. Ah.
they can't afford to buy a regular sticks and bricks house. So they buy
Look.
one of those tiny houses or an RV, and that's what they live in. That's their home.
I get now the RV thing. I really do. Affordability slips out of
And
everyone's
you
hand.
can move anywhere you want to.
Yeah, well, you move with the sun, follow the summer.
Mm-hmm.
But like, yeah, I don't know. I know the world used to be a better place 20 years ago.
Yeah, but you know
It
what?
did.
If you remember, though, the world was pretty fucked up in the 80s.
Oh, yeah, but in a good way.
Good and bad, but
Yeah.
I'm talking about disco.
no, I'm literally talking that we were always afraid of Russia.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
Yeah. Have you know this COVID thing?
Yeah.
You know how they say some movies have predicted the future?
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen Contagion?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Right. Have you seen Soylent Green?
Yes.
The starting scenes in that, and I couldn't believe it, that was made like in the 70s. And the starting scene is, it's the year 2022.
Oh.
And like, they're feeding people. And like, look at what's happening now, the food shortages. I could not believe it myself, Carla, when they say the world has food shortages, but it's a real thing.
It is a real thing.
Yeah, and that's why Russia made a grab for Ukraine's wheat, because there's a shortage, but the problem is now's not the time to worry about a shortage, considering the Ukraine is the breadbasket of Europe and the sub-Saharan countries. There's no chance to plant crops this year because all the fields are mined. They got, explosions everywhere. Yeah, it's going to get worse. And that's a sad part when you know it's going to happen.
That sucks, and there's nothing you can do to stop it.
No. Oh, and like in Bucha, where the Russian army went in, I could not believe in the modern day we are now. Now, I don't know if it's Russian propaganda or Western propaganda, but I've certainly seen footage from on the ground where they're just blatantly using rape as a weapon of war now. That is sick. And like
I heard about that.
That is crazy. And considering there's that many war crimes being committed, like the West is just standing by. If it was me in charge of your country, we'd have a nuclear.
I don't know why he's not doing anything.
Because he's in on it. He's in on all of this. He wants this to happen. That's why.
Yeah.
He wants this.
It's just
he wants
so
to ruin
maddening.
our country.
Like we should have helped them right away.
Yeah. Put NATO in there and start bombing Russia. That's what I would have done.
Exactly.
Because you look at the size of Russia and you look at the size of America and you look at the size of China and you look at the size of America.
Exactly.
You guys are small compared to them. And if they unite with their nuclear arsenals, God knows what will happen. I know it sounds kind of far-fetched, but I'm not the one that watched the news that said he's mobilized his nuclear force.
I don't trust anything. I watch nothing that he puts out because I trust nothing that comes out of his mouth.
Is this Biden?
Yeah, I don't trust the thing. Let's go, Brandon, baby. I do not trust that man. I don't believe the man is even competent. I believe what he is saying is somebody else giving him information on what to say. He ain't doing that himself. Nope. Look, he's a puppet, and there's somebody pulling the strings. That's all
Yeah.
I know.
You see, I don't mean to shame someone older than myself, but like, even if you see if they voted me in power as president of the United States, you just made a mistake.
Vinny G, oh no.
It's like, I'm grabbing your nuclear arsenal and I'm bombing the crap out of Russia because they're going to do it anyway. So, you know.
Don't forget, I would say the government of China. That's not, I love the people of China, so no. And I'm not saying I don't love the people of Russia either, but it's
No,
the
but you're
government
saying the wrong
powers.
thing,
Their
Carl.
people didn't want a war. They
No,
were
they didn't.
protesting.
Nobody
They
wants
didn't
a
want the
war.
war.
It's the governments. It's not us.
You know what happened in Australia? So, China's communist, right? We all know that.
Yes.
They had
Right.
the Communist Party infiltrated our political system. Do you know this COVID thing? Australia actually trained the Chinese people who were working in the Wuhan lab. That's the scary part.
Wow.
And that's a fact. Yeah.
And if anybody does not think that this wasn't man-made in a laboratory, it is. It is. I think this was happened on purpose. I don't know what they're doing to us, but they're obviously doing something. And I just would like to know what the end is. Like where are you going with this? Why and how? That's
The
what I
most
want to know.
surreal thing that I ever saw since this all started was when we went to get our first shots, and the people, people in there, and I said, "This is so surreal that they're herding us in like cattle."
Yeah.
And almost giving you, they're scaring you into getting this, and we don't know the side effects. I mean, we won't know for years to come.
And anybody I know who watches TV does not get it. Who only watch, like, I cannot sit and have like a conversation like this with my mother because she watches TV news. And she believes it. I keep telling her not to, but it doesn't matter. If my older sister told her, she might. But when it comes to me, no. My mom, I have been a Democrat my whole freaking life. I started to see the light in 2020 and what was actually happening. I tried to explain to her. My mother, who is a Republican, called me an alt-right. I'm like, are you kidding me? Why? Because the news was saying these are alt-right thoughts.
Well,
can you believe? Because I was thinking for myself and in questioning, because she heard it somewhere that she called me alt-right because the TV said that's what I was.
I believe that because what I witnessed, Ginger Locks, so the Ukraine has captured Russian army, right, and they treat them humanely. Anyway, there's one guy who does an interview with each prisoner after the military's finished with them, before they put him in jail for war crimes or whatever. He lets them ring their parents, and like one guy was saying, "Mum, it's bad over here. They're sending us here to die." "What do you mean? Putin's doing everything. Hey, long live Russia." "What do you mean you're not fighting? I disown you. I don't want to," because of the controlled state that the media is having on people. It is crazy.
It is crazy. And if and there are people who believe the news is telling them they wouldn't even think that they would lie to them and tell them something that wasn't real. That's the crazy part.
And when you see Vladimir Putin saying the day before, "No, we're not going to invade Ukraine," when you wake up, it's been bombed. Okay, no worries.
Well, now they're bombing all the bridges and stuff, so completely.
I wouldn't even worry about the Ukraine anymore. That Chinese leader has said he's authorized the process to begin a special military operation in the Taiwan Strait. Taiwan is gone. I wouldn't even fight it if I was America. I would just go straight for China.
And Biden doesn't fight because he's too old.
Yeah.
There's
And-
you
Well,
you
he's
put Biden next to
useless.
Putin. Let's put Biden next to Putin. Who do you think's going to win?
Putin.
Yeah, he's the black belt and knows how to fight and do all this. He'll beat the crap out of Biden,
Like I said,
regardless of his age.
I don't mean to disrespect elderly people, but I'm sorry. When your president is that old, I'm used to seeing throughout history and reading throughout history, the kings, the leaders went to battle with the troops. These guys, they don't care. They get paid exuberant amounts of money. Oh, yeah, we'll send another 1,000 soldiers to get them killed. Okay. Why don't you go do some fighting and see if you send the soldiers there? You know, it's kind of crazy. And when I see, look, I'm all for women in political power. Yes, that should be a 50-50 split all the way.
Doesn't have to be. I mean, whoever is best for the job, regardless of gender, should be the best person for the job.
That's right. But are you telling me someone like Pelosi has all her marbles? Have you
No.
seen? She is nuts. Like,
She's an absolute batshit crazy witch. That is what she is.
And like, I'm sorry for relegating her to Hillary Clinton, but
and then you got Schumer with his nose right up her ass.
Yeah.
Wherever there's Pelosi, there's Schumer. And then you have a comedian who's like Amy Schumer, and she's just not even funny. And then she brings in the political shit, and you're just like, shut up, Amy Schumer. No one wants to hear from you. And, you know, that's how it goes.
I've got that picture, and I remember taking it. It was quite a few years ago when Trump was running for president, where she got, I think it might be the lady you just mentioned, a red-headed lady. She held...
Kathy Griffin.
Yeah, Kathy Griffin.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. And she held his head.
She is also absolutely insane. She's also supporting Amber Heard. So that should tell you enough.
Yeah, I just can't. She's supporting Amber Heard.
Yeah.
Wow.
I did a TikTok on her face. Yeah, I did.
What are your thoughts about the Amber Heard trial? Like,
don't get me started. Woo.
If you and I had have perjured the court that much, we'd be in jail.
Absolutely.
We'd be in jail. And to call 911 twice, because the first time they said, oh, yeah, nothing here. You know what I mean? Like,
Look, that man was abused and psychologically, emotionally, and physically, psychologically abused by that witch. It was not him.
Monetarily.
Every girl who can look at her and see her facial expressions and stuff, who's ever been either assaulted, sexually assaulted, of any kind knows, when you start talking about certain things, tears just start rolling down your eyes. You don't even need to cry.
Yeah.
Because it's that emotional for you. There was not a tear on her face when she went on that stand. Not a one. And if she's the one who can look Johnny in the eye, but Johnny can't look her in the eye,
But you see...
Do you think that makes you look good? That doesn't make you look good.
What I find really disturbing for your country folk, yourselves, and your citizens is the UCLA, the rights activist group there.
Oh, the ACLU.
Yeah, the ACLU, sorry. Sorry
I'm like,
about
that's a college.
Well, they just took her money and her word that was the truth. They'd never even looked at his story, his side of the story.
I don't know if they cared. Because they're very corrupt. They're very, very corrupt.
And corruption at that level is so rampant. And to have, and this is what I say, for her to be a advocate for women's domestic violence is as bad as Molly Golightly being an advocate for friggin' child abuse or whatever, or children. You know, that's kind of crazy. When you see, I compare, like, when Molly Golightly was in court for Johnny Depp, she was supporting Amber Heard.
No, she did not. So she never supported Amber Heard. I'll be honest with you. She did not.
You don't think so?
No, I know so.
She said out of her own words that she believed Amber Heard because of what the press said.
No, because she doesn't believe the press. She's also, what she'll tell you, she doesn't believe the press.
Oh,
sometimes she'll believe Vinnie Paulton at times because she's friendly with him, who's on Court TV.
Well, he believed Amber Heard.
Well, but she said she never believed Amber Heard. She knew the story. She did know the story.
No, yeah, but I've got her recorded saying that she actually believed Amber Heard because of what the press said. Her own words. Yeah. She said it very early on in the piece. She sure did.
I don't remember it, but I know now that she's not. When she went to the trial, it wasn't for her; it was for him. That's what I know. Because she had asked me, she's like, "What do you think?" Because I would love to do it, but I physically can't, and I'm disabled, so I can't. So I said, if I physically could go down there, I would. I absolutely would go and watch. So she said, "Do you think I should go?" I said, "I think this is more your niche than true crime." Absolutely. Her, when she does celebrity, and she's fun. She should keep it to fun because people are looking for fun because they want to get away from all this garbage. They really do. So much garbage.
Yeah, I just think that, now that she's whining about social media turned on her and naming her things like Amber Heard, what did she expect was going to happen? Did she think social media would back her, that there's stupid people everywhere, that they would fall for her crap in court? Like, I saw exactly what you saw, Carla, when she answered. And I'm glad Johnny Depp had that young lady representing him, because it had a male questioned and interrogated her, he wouldn't have done as good a job as a female. And she was so witty.
She was good. She was attractive. He couldn't have had a better lawyer.
Yeah.
His lawyers were amazing.
Her lawyer. Is she another Kathy Griffin or whatever her name is?
Is who?
She's Amber Heard's lawyer, the lady there.
She was supposed to be a really good reputable lawyer, but that's hearsay.
Yeah.
I heard it.
She's damaged her reputation as a lawyer.
I think she's just as bad as Amber.
Yeah.
I think she's just as bad as Amber, and I think that Rottenborn has got the best name to fit him for his last name.
Yeah. I mean,
he was rotten since he's been born.
I must admit, I'm not one for watching court cases and stuff but this had me glued because
everybody was.
Mm-hmm. I couldn't believe the lies that she was trying to pass through with no evidence whatsoever. And she claimed a bruised face and all that, and I looked at her photos from every different angle. She has swollen cheekbones to start with anyway. And
because she's got those high cheekbones that she had put in. They're not real. And
they're not real.
They are real, but they're fake inside. Her cheekbones are not that big.
So she's had cosmetic procedures.
Oh, yes.
Oh. Wow.
A lot of her is cosmetic procedures.
Yeah.
So when you see that redness that she had around the eye, ask anybody. You get that from Botox. So she probably used the bruise kit, used whatever it was on top of it to make it look more like a bruise. And not only that, when she was on the stand, instead of saying, I used this to help prevent, to help cover it. No, she said this bruise kit. She called it a bruise kit.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, what are your thoughts on Will Smith going back into the movies again? Considering that when an actor does something like that in public, you've seen it over the years, they get sort of canned out of the movie industry. But apparently, he's making movies again.
I don't know about you, Carla, but I'm not really mad at Will. I don't really care. I mean, I would say it would be more up to Chris Rock and how he feels. He's the one who got slapped. But
Yeah.
he has been punished by the Oscars. He can't go back for 10 years.
Nobody likes his wife for some reason, and I don't understand why.
Because
Like
Jada has had that chip on her shoulder since the day she started acting.
Oh,
That's
really?
why. Oh,
yeah, nobody likes her.
When
Let's
she
see.
was in a different world and she started off on all those little gigs, yeah, she always had a chip on her shoulder. You always heard about that. Yeah. Never
Yeah,
liked
because
her.
I'm being honest, I don't know any movies that she's in. None. I
Magic
mean,
Mike 2, the same movie Amber Heard's in.
oh, that says a lot then, doesn't it?
I just realized that. I'm like, yeah, they're both in that movie.
Wow.
But she's manipulative. But let's face it, you have your own mind. You know right from wrong. You know when you
Yeah.
should do something, when you not should do something. Let's face it. I can forgive him, but it's not my place to forgive him. It's Chris Rock's place to forgive him if he does.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think what he did was awful. It's embarrassing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, Chris Rock took it pretty good. Yeah.
He did.
He took it pretty good. Wow, I just got the shit smacked there.
And he was, and I could
Will
tell
Smith
he was going to murder him, like with jokes, and he went, and he stopped himself,
Yeah.
and that was
Well,
like
because he
good-
didn't know what to say. It came out of
because he wanted to get back at him. That's for sure.
It-
I know I would want
but
to.
that's what the Oscars are. It's like a roast. You roast each other.
Yeah.
I don't know why he didn't.
And it's all he said was G.I. Jane.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that wasn't even that bad.
Considering it was about a woman who was very powerful and pushed through things, like, even
Is
though I
that
don't think that's what he was
Is
talking
the
about.
G.I. Jane comment because she's got a shaved head or something?
Yeah, she's got alopecia.
Alopecia. But here's the
Which
thing.
is a
She also had
disease.
an Instagram out basically talking about how she loves her bald head, and absolutely nobody can make her feel bad about her bald head because she loves it. That was right before the Oscars.
She actually does. She rocks that bald head.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people
Beautiful.
could. I'd agree with that.
I've seen quite a few ladies in my lifetime on TV, movies, and all that with bald heads, and it suits them. It really does suit them. And
Yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't really worry me too much. It seemed to worry Will Smith though, but like. Yeah, I watched a good roast between a young lady and Donald Trump, and she called him. She said he had hair that looked like a soggy raccoon or washed up raccoon or something. And his turnaround was, "What's the difference between Donald Trump and a soggy washed up raccoon?" She said, "I don't know." I said, "Donald Trump's got $7 billion in the bank."
True.
Yeah, I thought, that's Donald Trump. That's Donald Trump. Is he running again for your presidency?
Yeah, he is. That's his
hope
plan.
so in 2024.
Okay.
Surely. He's planning on running. He's got campaigns. He's on the road already. He's shaking his little butt on the dance floor. Oh my God. It's like,
the personal achievements of Donald Trump, when you read stories about him, there was a young kid on the other side of your country from where his jet was, who was needing medical transport, and the mother couldn't afford it. He took care of that. He flew his plane and flew them across wherever they needed to go.
Do you like Trump?
I do, yeah.
Have
you
you
like him
seen
when
how
he was
tall
president?
his son is?
Yeah, very.
His son is like 6'5" or something.
Oh, Donald Jr.?
Barron, is that his name?
Oh, Barron, the young boy.
Yeah.
And even Donald Trump's ex-partners have got nothing bad to say about him.
I agree.
Nothing bad to say about him. But like Biden's son, isn't he like shady, like a pedo or something?
Yes, he's
shade
awful.
beyond. They hide that too in our news media a lot. they hide
what
it.
the hell is with that shit? Like, seriously,
Hmm.
you know, that's crazy.
They knew
Yeah.
it before he got elected.
And not only that, like, he's going to strip clubs, snorting crack, smoking crack, doing whatever drugs.
Not even
Thro-
hiding it.
no.
Wow.
Yeah, he's a mess.
Wow.
It's
Yeah.
a hot mess. Yeah.
And like, it's so good that people like us can come together. Not that we're like-minded or anything. I mean, we might have opposing stands on something, but I just find it good that at this level, people can still get together and have a bit of a yarn
And have a civil conversation about what's actually going on in this world.
yeah, and it's just like, I think that people should concentrate on being nice to the people they can be nice to, because like, I don't know, I don't
We
see.
can't control the governments. We cannot unless we vote them in.
Yeah. So, oh well, ladies, thank you very much for having me once again.
Thanks for coming up, Vinny. That was I enjoyed this conversation.
I did too. Enjoy the conversation.
No,
Enjoyed
like
the
I said,
company.
I always love talking to you guys. So, and thank you very much for having me. But like, it's my bedtime. 'Cause
Anytime, Vinny. I told you that before. You're welcome anytime.
no worries, ladies. Have a good night.
Have a good night,
Okay.
Vinny.
Good night.
Okay, bye-bye.
Goodbye.
That was a good
I think I'm
conversation.
I think I'm gonna end it too.
Yeah, that was a long one.
2.5 hours. That's
But that
awesome.
was a really good conversation to
Yeah,
have all together.
I enjoy talking to him. He's
You
like,
know,
oh,
as long as we're not shitting on people, that's,
no.
I understand
No,
some people
imagine
like certain
that.
people, some people
Two and a
don't.
half hours did shit on anybody.
No, not at all. Not at all. So it's good. It's all good.
Okay.
That was a great conversation. And I think a necessary conversation. So all of us around the world can, join together against these governments who are just, I feel like, taking over.
Oh, yeah. Tell me
Talking to
about it.
someone who's in Australia, England, and they can all see this, that's where it gets a little scary. That's all. Because remember, there was, you thought Ireland was weird. You didn't know what went on in Ireland. Now we do, because we know what goes on everywhere. All right, let's end this. Sorry, didn't mean to keep talking. Carla. Oh, I guess Carla left. All right. So I guess I will shut this down then. I don't know what happened to her. And have a good morning. Have a good Wednesday morning, guys. Bye.